You're watching a video tutorial on how to add audio files to the DigiLink HD system. All the audio files are contained inside the DHD library folder, which I'll show in a second. DHD works with any MP3, MP2, or WAV format file. For WAV format, we recommend a 44.1 16-bit stereo format. For an MP3, we recommend a bitrate of 256. To check to see what kind of bitrate you have, right-click on an MP3 audio file, and then select Properties, and then click on the Details tab. If you scroll down a little bit, you can see the bitrate. Now this bitrate for this particular MP3 is 160 kilobits per second, which is unacceptable. We only work with 256 kilobits per second, or 192. And so in which case you'll have to use the Rackus Mass Audio Converter or like another third-party program to change the bitrate for that file. You can also see the bit rates by going to C, DHD, and Library, and this is all the audio files for the DigiLink HD system. And then you'll want to right-click up at the top and then select bitrate as a viewing option. And here you can see that these are 256 kilobits per second. And again, just to reiterate, the library is always contained on the on-air computer in the C, DHD library folder. So to add audio files to the system, you will never ever add audio files to the library folder. You'll always add it to the import audio folder, which is to go to the C, DHD, and then open up the import audio folder. So it's good to create a shortcut to this folder. So right-click on import audio, select Send to Desktop, Create Shortcut. That way you can quickly and easily add audio files to that import audio folder. If the on-air machine software is currently on, it'll automatically add the MP3 audio file. So you can also use the distribution manager, which has its own video tutorial on that. So as far as naming goes, the Radiohead MP3 has tag data, but if you right-click on the WAV, you'll see that it doesn't have an MP3 tag. It doesn't have the information such as title, subtitle, album, year, and all that stuff. Whereas if you right-click on Radiohead and select Properties and then select Details, you can see that it does have a title as well as the artist, album, etc. Here you can actually enter in more information such as year. So if it does have an MP3 ID3V1 tag, it will automatically recognize that information and add it when you add it into the system. So if I drag it into the import audio folder, it takes about 15 to 30 seconds and it'll automatically import it into the system. Now since this WAV file doesn't have a tag, what you can do is you can actually enter in information into the file name itself. So I'm going to give it a cart number of 500, and then the plus sign is the delimiter between the fields. And then I'm going to give it the title of news, and then plus sign, and then top of hour, or TOH, as the text field, plus N is the type. So if I add this audio file to the import audio folder, the system will automatically give it a cart number of 500 with the title news and text of top of hour, and then give it the type of N for news. And again, you can see the bitrate by right-clicking up at the top of the field and then selecting bitrate as a viewing option. And we can see that this Radiohead cart doesn't still need to be converted for that file. So once it's been added to the import audio folder, after about 15 to 30 seconds, you'll see it here in the library screen. And that first one will automatically give it a cart number of 500 with the appropriate title and text. So again, just to reiterate, all audio files need to be added to the import audio folder or using the distribution manager software. If you want to name it properly, it needs to have either an MP3 ID3V1 or V2 tag with it, or you need to use the file name system with the cart plus title plus text. And again, also, it only works with MP3s, MP2s, or WAV format files. MP3s need to be at 256 kilobits per second, and then WAV files should be at 44.1 16-bit stereo. One other key thing to note is that after you add the audio file, such as that Radiohead one, if it doesn't have a cart number in the file name, it will default to it to give it a 90,000 cart number. So to find it, you'll have to scroll down to the 90,000 cart number section in the library manager, and you'll find the cart there. You should, on a regular basis, change the carts out of the 90,000 cart field because the 90,000 is set as a default for the cart numbers. So you should give it a different cart number after you've added it to the system to a different cart number setup, such as like 50,000, 60,000, doesn't matter. Anything other than 90,000. And this concludes the video tutorial for adding audio files to the library manager.